So, what do you think of Donald Trump? He is a genius in public speaking, politics and fashion. He should be president. Why do you say that? Mr. Trump is focusing on important issues such as Mr. Obama's college grades and the validity of his birth certificate. Aren't issues such as health care and the budget deficit more important than trivial issues such as those? No. He was born in Iraq. Mr. Trump has been learning shocking truths about Mr. Obama's background. Do you realize that he actually released his birth certificate to the public today? This is good. Mr. Trump has won a victory for democracy. But he said that he did not believe that Mr. Obama was from America. That was a genius ploy to get him to release his birth certificate to the public so that he could finally prove to the world that it is fake. Once he has proven Mr. Obama's birth certificate is fake, he will finally be able to force Mr. Obama to move on to more important subjects, like healthcare. If you paid attention to the world of politics, you would know that there are far more pressing matters at hand. Like what? Are you aware that in his genius Mr. Trump has found shocking evidence about Mr. Obama's grades in college? What has he found about his grades? Like I said, there are far more pressing matters at hand. Okay, now that Mr. Trump has proven these shocking things about Mr. Obama, including links to the Spetsnaz, Al-Qaeda, the Taliban, the Communists, the Socialists, the North Koreans, Saddam Hussein, Mao Zedong, Adolf Hitler, the Ku Klux Klan, the Europeans, the Asians, the Africans, the South Americans, the Cubans, the Eskimos, the Chinese, the Barbarians, Attila the Hun, the Iranians, the Iraqis, the Israelis, and drug-dealing gangs in locations across South America. His good looks and charm will win him next year's presidency for sure. Actually, I think that Haley Barbour has a better chance, but I thought he wasn't running. He isn't. I don't get it. Of course not. Well, Donald Trump is at the top of the polls. In what? Everything. It was his own personal polling team. They polled voters all across the Donald Trump supporter spectrum. How did the poll on his hair turn out? They just interviewed his stylist. What did he say? He said that his natural hair color and the unique way that his hair flows makes one of the finest stylist jobs he's ever done. I am imagining what the country would be like if he were president. I can see it now. Mr. Trump, the beloved leader with Sarah Palin at his side, no taxes, no crime, no hurricanes, no terrorists, no Mexico, no roads, no police, raging fires, war, economic crises, no clean water, and Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin. That would be the end of our country. He is at the top of the polls, but he only polls his own supporters. But he is at the top. All he does is make bad speeches about himself and make vague comments about trivial matters. Are you saying you support Obama? Yes, you are a socialist. I am calling the FBI. You are a Nazi and you want to kill old people. Old people? Yes, Obama wants to kill old people, and Donald Trump will get this country back on its feet. That's what Obama's doing. I pity the unenlightened people like you who still believe in outdated concepts such as non-terrorist immigrants and taxes. You know what? I think you should join Donald Trump's campaign. Why? Because I will not have to see you until he gives up. Donald Trump will never give up. He is my hero. You're right. He never will.